But yeah, so Archon parasites. I believe at this point, from all of my experiences, research, everything, talking to shamans, talking to other people, there is an AI component to these types of parasites, and these Archon parasites are connected to a larger AI system, which is probably more in like the 6th or 7th dimension. I don't know exactly. I don't think anybody really knows exactly what dimensional level this particular type of AI resides in. And also, these Archon parasites, what they look like are they're darker. They're dark brown, sometimes black. They're slimy. They have a slug, kind of snake-like look to them. Some are smaller, some are bigger. Like I mentioned, they attach in through the solar plex chakra within your auric field. And they also manipulate, they can go in between different dimensions. They can move through the astral planes, etheric plane, interact with the physical plane. They can move through, they're multidimensional, they know how to move back and forth. I believe it's because they originate at a higher up dimension, and it's just all different layers, layers and layers and layers, and they're able to come down into the layers down below. But again, like I said before when I started this video, they're more prone to going after certain beings, even if they're beings that are not in this Earth reality construct. Other beings in other reality constructs too are susceptible to this. And they attach mainly to something that's lower vibrational frequency. So, keeping your vibrations higher, vibrational frequency high, and using your willpower, like to will it. You're using willpower energy to stir up your vibrational frequency in tandem with that. That's super important. But we're going to talk more about that in just a second. So I want to talk about my own experience when I was younger with an Archon parasite. I become consciously aware while in sleep paralysis. I'm a teenager at that time. I think I'm about maybe 16 years old, maybe 17 at that time. I wake up into sleep paralysis. Not wake up, I just become consciously aware. With my consciousness wakes up while my body is in sleep paralysis. And immediately I notice something just sucking life force out of my, I didn't know it was a solar plex then. I didn't know anything about chakras then, but now I can understand it. And out of my solar plex, this annoying sucking, pulling of energy kind of feeling, just draining me. And I remember accidentally, I don't know if it was my left or right energy body hand. I don't know which one it was. I can't remember exactly. But with one of my hands, I remember taking the hand and just moving it over to where my solar plex chakra is, and immediately I feel this like gooey, kind of slimy tentacle arm, something, and it's going right into my solar plex, and I can literally feel it with my energy hand. And that was really freaky. That was a really scary experience for me. I didn't know what to make of it. And it was scary. But what happened was, it was almost like telepathically, whatever that now I'm configuring that was definitely what we would call, or as we labeled, a Archon parasite. It like knew that I felt that arm or tentacle, whatever was going into my solar plex, and then it just stopped. It stopped and it just went away. And I remember in that sleep paralysis state looking over, because you can't move, but my vision, with my I guess my etheric vision or astral vision, it wasn't my human vision. and I kind of look over to the left side of me, and I can see these like kind of a white glowing strands or cords or tentacles moving out from the side of the house, going up to a pretty decently large, like UFO vehicle, something hovering in between the houses. And it was kind of over, and it was almost like it was actually not only going in to where I was in my bedroom and doing that to my solar plex, but these tentacles or cores, whatever they are, they're so big and long, and they were going into like other houses and stuff too at the same time. So I was able to really see it, and then it just zipped away. It's almost like they just do that kind of thing when like you're in sleep paralysis, because you're kind of in that REM state and real deep sleep cycles, and like 5 or 6 hours into sleep when you're hitting that the heaviest REM cycles, and you're getting really into the sleep paralysis mode with your physical body. It's almost like they do that then. That's what my intuition's saying. They also, what I want to mention is this type of AI, this type of Archon parasite, is connected to the overall AI system in whatever dimension it's in. Also can manipulate and attach to like these controlling reptilians. So some of these bad reptilians and these controlling reptilians, they can be manipulated on a subconscious state, and I mean through the subconscious mind, just like how they can manipulate a human through our subconscious mind. So there's that too, which I wanted to mention, unless I have already mentioned that in the video so far. Right now we're at 13 minutes. I want to discuss something real quick. Beating or not allowing these kind of parasitic entities to affect your auric field. Through willpower, through the ability within ourselves to have a positive mentality, raise our vibrational frequency. All those kinds of things make us way less susceptible to these kinds of attacks.
Okay, I just had a really interesting experience with a removal session, wasn't really a removal. I was actually working on an elderly lady, making sure that she was going to leave if she dies before we start going through the doorway, so that she doesn't have to reincarnate. If she dies before that, she doesn't have to reincarnate, come back in. But anyway, as I was going after her soul in a soul rescue, I found her. She was underground, and she was in this bright gold light. And when I say gold, I don't mean like golden, I mean gold, the color of like jewelry, this gold light, but it felt physical. And I was like, this is interesting. And she was immersed there, and they were blocking her soul from waking up or accessing any information or being able to hear or see the truth or anything. It was just like this stasis or this, I don't know what, but in this gold light. And I was hearing that it was the reptilians that had her there. And I saw an image of Thoth or whatever that idiot's name is, Thoth, with the bird head or the whatever head. I saw him, and then I was being told. So when I pulled her soul out, I was like, let me get rid of this gold light. It's still all over you. It's like, what's going on? And I'm trying to bring in light from the real and spirit. And the gold was part of her. And they were mining her gold. So that gold light was actually her spirit essence becoming physical, and they were mining that. me see if there's any other details I need to remember here and impart. And it made me think of how supposedly the Anunnaki are down in Africa mining all the gold here. And I'm thinking, and they had those subhumans, or did they create Adam and Eve's? Is that when I didn't read Stitchen's books. So, um, but anyway, they were mining for gold and blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking they were mining us. They were mining our gold, our spirit.
Morning. Hope you all had a good weekend. I just wanted to do a video, and there's comments, and someone, Jay Freeman, commented on about an octopus, and I thought, okay, maybe it's time to me tell the weird, very crazy thing. I said a few videos ago that it was something really weird and crazy that I wanted to share, but I'll do it in another video. And so I thought, I saw that today, him talking about an octopus, about symbols of octopuses everywhere, and what does it mean? Okay. I was working on this gentleman, and it came to light that we have a consciousness that, comes from our, comes through our heart. It creates the balls of consciousness in our belly, and then in our bodies, and then at the belly it splits into male and female consciousness, and then connects up to universal energies in Gaia. And sorry, and however, I see another line of energy, and this line is a very black line on people, and it can be attached anywhere on the body, like through the whole body to attached to the hip. It's usually attached on the left-hand side for some reason. I've never seen it attached on the right-hand side. And it's a line of black, and it's a line of trauma energy. It's just complete trauma. And I was like, where does this attach to? And because it attaches on the outside of the matrix. And the black magicians and the elite use this trauma to they want to set this trauma off, so then you'll skip into a different consciousness and then a programmed state of being, and so they use it to their advantage. However, what's keeping this trauma in place is crazy to say. Well, so you've got the egg-shaped hollow dome, the matrix, which there's many matrices. There's at least 12 matrices that I've seen, and inside that surrounding this matrix is an electrical box. Inside this electrical box, at the top there's a program, a huge program, which radiates abuse, control, and manipulation, and then inside this electrical box is a giant octopus, which feeds off all the trauma that and keeps the trauma in place. So basically the trauma gets recycled through our own pure consciousness to keep going, and is always attached to us naturally. So there's no matrix or anything like that, and we went through a trauma, it would naturally disperse like smoke and disappear. But this trauma is kept in place, and what's feeding off this trauma is an octopus. So you imagine, right? So I'm conducting this this session, and I'm like, oh my god, there's a giant octopus outside the matrix. And anyway, so I was like, I need to go and speak to the octopus, and it's a female octopus, and she's in a real. She doesn't know who created her. She doesn't know why she's there. She's stuck in. She can't escape. She's stuck in the electrical cube, and she restricts and retracts because she's getting electrocuted one side. But then she's been made to feed off this trauma, and this is not how she'd naturally get her energy. and she's very, very tired. She's got no energy. She's a mess. So this why Jay might be, Jay was mentioning octopus symbolism everywhere. And if it's everywhere, then I'm sure the elite know about this octopus. And I think what came in through the journey is that it was an experiment that went very, very wrong. I mean, I would ideally like to take the program off at the top of the box, electrical box, but it's at some point everyone's chosen to be here, so I can't play God and take it off. We've all chosen to be in this reality. However, this you know, because if I take it off, it affects all, and people haven't asked for it. Me and my partner have had many debates about this, but the octopus wants to be free, so it's looking at freeing this octopus from the electrical box. However we do that, and see what happens. And then what I assume is that the trauma that is attached to us won't have anything, will naturally detach, because there's nothing there to keep it in place, because it's the octopus that keeps the trauma in place. Yeah, so that's my crazy understanding at the moment. If you thought I was crazy, now you probably think I'm even more crazy. But yeah, that's just what I see and understand at the minute, and I'll keep you informed as time goes by on what happens and how we do this. Well, how we free the octopus. Got to free a giant octopus. Okay, thanks. You take care. Bye.